Alright, welcome everybody back to Dad's Coffee Break. My name is James, and today I am taking a break to continue our Let's Play of Kingdoms Reborn with the new major patch that was released just last week. So let's go ahead and dive right back in. Alright, so last time we left off, we really just got our start here at our Dad's Coffee Break town. And we started kind of in a desert-heavy area. A little bit of riverlands near us. Go ahead and pause that. We have coal, iron right next door, as well as some cannabis and grapes. So we'll have some luxuries to be able to take advantage of. So really, we had pretty much paused just right before we left and unlock the tech tree. So one thing I wanted to do this week was take a deeper look at that and see what techs and how the layout of the tech tree has changed since the previous iterations of the game. So let's take a look. Okay, so here we go. So similar to how it was described in the patch notes that we went over last week, it is now split up into 4 different eras. You have the Dark Age, you have Dark Age, Middle Age, Enlightenment Age, and the Industrial Age. So a lot of changes since last time, especially later on in the tech tree. But you'll see that it's actually laid out a little bit differently. I believe in previous iterations it was just you could choose any tech under that era, and it was just a list of, I think, 5 or 6 different technologies. But now they're all laid out and they require you to unlock several different techs before unlocking others. So, for instance, you have foreign trade, which leads to pottery, industry, brewing, and basic tools. This being a new one, basic tools allows you to actually craft stone tools now from wood and stone. So that is great. You're not just limited to steel tools. And then medicine leads to sheep ranch and mushroom log sterilization. So some of these were I should say most of these were in the previous iterations of the game, but this was just laid out in a much more organized way, and a way that really feels like you're progressing through the eras, which is nice. Yeah, but if we take a look as we progress through the technology tree, things like Paper Maker, I believe that's actually was in the house upgrade unlocks last time. They've moved that over to the tech tree. I believe baking was in the house upgrade unlocks as well, but they moved it all to the tech tree here. Some like beekeeping too, but it's all, again, it all kind of flows through techs that are relevant. So like agricultural revolution, potato seeds lead to things like Baka, vodka distillery. So makes a lot of sense, gives you a nice flow to it. As far as anything brand new besides the basic tools, you have this crop breeding, it gives you a plus 20% to farm production. That's fantastic. So if you were to just stay at this lower part of the tech tree, you're really seeing a lot of bonuses to farming. They also moved winery in here, which was I believe another house upgrade unlock, and it was pretty late in the game before you were able to unlock the winery. So it's kind of nice that they moved it into the Middle Age, and especially since we're right next to it, we'll be able to take advantage of that when the time comes. Looking at the Enlightenment Age a little bit more, looks like they added sand mine, which allows you to extract sand, and then you can smelt that into glass. So that's going to be probably something needed to build some of the more advanced buildings, or to build some of the wonders, I would suspect. And you can produce glassware from it. So that might be another luxury. At least I would assume so. And then looks like Stone Road is here. You're then able to unlock Inner City Connect. They added the Inner City Bridge, thank goodness. And then colonization, so you can start your next town with this tech in the Enlightenment Age. It is a little bit farther back than it was previously. I think, honestly, I think in the previous iteration of the game, it was in era number 3, or maybe even 2, that you can unlock these colony and port colony cards. Or I think back then it was also accessible in the build menu. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out now that it's a lot later in the game. But they did move things like the chocolatier gold smelting to this Enlightenment age as well, which is kind of nice. Machinery allows you to tunnel. Ooh, plus 30% wood harvesting. That's not bad at all. Also unlock the work schedule and the budget adjustment, so some of those other things. I don't... Oh, quick build was right here. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering where they put that. And then going into the industrial age, so this is where I feel like most of the changes, or at least the most changes, have been made to the tech tree. And it just, the amount of new buildings that weren't even in the game last time is just incredible. So you have things like the concrete factory, allowing you to make concrete from stone and sand. Industrial iron smelter, so, you know, and steel works eventually, so you can produce steel and iron at an industrial scale capacity. Jewelry, so if you have gemstones and gold, you can start crafting jewelry. Now I am noticing a new icon. Can't really click on it. In the required resources, there is a new icon there that isn't familiar to me, the one at the very bottom. So we'll have to check, see what that is as we play through the game. Scientific theories, fertilizers, those are all in there. Economic theories were in there as well. But things like electricity, being able to power your buildings, I would imagine like these more industrial era buildings probably need electricity. But, so that's incredibly different. Cotton mill, mass-produced cotton fabric, clockmakers, pocket watch from glass and gold bars. Interesting. Card price is 1,000. Look at the card prices here. 1,000, 1,600. The coal plant's pretty cheap. But look at that, 1,900 for the steelworks, 1,900 for the industrial iron smelter. So as you get higher up in the tech tree, yeah, see, like bank is only 80. But once you get to the industrial era, these cards just become incredibly expensive. So you better be producing some decent gold in your existing town before building any of them. Yeah, mint's expensive. Glassworks. Theater's cheap. Yeah, so the higher you get in the tech tree, the more expensive they are. That's interesting. And then you have the exhibition hall, which might be a wonder. First exhibition hall grants X victory score. Huh. Plus 20% from gold from luxury consumption. That's not bad. Printing press. Printing press comes a little, I don't know. You have paper maker back there. I'm surprised printing press isn't in the Enlightenment age. But maybe they mean like on a more industrial scale. And then you have the oil power plant and the oil rig to extract oil. It reveals oil resources on the map. So yeah, a lot of changes and a lot of exciting things to explore, exciting buildings to build, industries to take advantage of. So that's all going to be really interesting as we move forward. Now we're building our first few houses here. It's good. I'm also going to get basic medicine. As far as... So housing is too far away here, and that's not quite built yet. Neither of these are built yet. Okay. So what I think I might do is actually... Fruit gather, fruit gather. What we need is a forester as well. It's 800 to claim that province. But what I think I might do, for the time being... Around here, let's clear these trees out, get some wood, just so we can continue our construction. I'm going to speed up to the highest speed possible by just pressing 4. And then I'm going to build, let's see. Okay, select the priority of workers, that's fine. I might build a house like right here. Let's go ahead. Let's upgrade those right now. But I'd like to build... If I could, I'd like to get it like right... Maybe just like right here. Hopefully that's close enough. Storage is too far, that's fine. Storage costs a lot of money. Yeah. Should settle that. Let's go ahead and see. We do need a Iron Mine, Tavern, Hunting Lodge. Hunting Lodge isn't bad. But we need a Forester first. Let's get a Hunting Lodge. And, I don't know if we want a Pig Ranch right now. Just because I don't know how much... I guess we got grassland right there. And right there. But I think the Pig Ranch is going to be too big. Let's try it. But first we need this. I thought they used to... Oh, they do. They do. Oh, no, they don't. I thought they used to actually provide the tree count with the Forester. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm going to come right here for right now. It's not ideal, but it'll work. And then, yeah, unfortunately, we're just not going to have the land for ranches. So we'll hang on to that. But we will put the Hunting Lodge immediately adjacent to our fruit gatherer so they can get that bonus. One of their upgrades, by the way, is I think plus 30% production by being next to the fruit gatherer. So not bad. We have limited stone, so we may want to get a quarry. And I'm thinking maybe another fruit gatherer, to be honest. I'm going to get an immigration office too, just so we can start getting some people in. And a Forester. Might as well spend it. Okay, so as far as the fruit gatherer goes, let's come down here. Some pretty decent land over here, actually. Trade caravan has arrived. Go ahead and sell our leather for right now. No. Stop. Okay, I want another Forester down here as well. And we'll expand into these provinces here, especially this one to get the cannabis. Yeah. And then let's go ahead and build the immigration office next. You can just come here into the desert. The good part about the desert, too, is you have room to actually expand your town. A lot of the times you want the riverland or the forest to extract those resources. And you don't want it for housing, but with desert, makes it nice. Okay. So let's go ahead, let's get foreign trade. We're going to want to get basic tools, because people are going to need tools, and we can probably sell them. But the other thing that we're going to want to get is probably pottery and beer brewing, because we will want to start building farms pretty quickly here. And because of the limited amount of grassland and the minimal amount of wood, mushroom farming, ranching, it's just not going to be a huge priority. Okay, so we unlock those seeds. Let me take a look at the fertility overlay. Okay. So the best land is going to be right around this river. Yeah, go figure. You also get decent land around mountains, which is kind of nice. So in case you don't have any rivers, if you have mountains, you get okay fertility right there. So we might want to take advantage of some of this just kind of awkward grassland right here. Build some farms. This is going to be prime forestry. This, though, might get turned into some farmland. Especially since we do have this hunting lodge here, which is going to be able to take advantage of the animals coming after the farms. So I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and just cut down some of the trees right here and build our first medicinal herb farm. And then this desert tile is only 160, so let's unlock that. That'll actually give this forester more trees to cut and us more land to farm. And I'm going to wait until everything gets built before I build any of the other structures down here, just because I do want to make sure that we're not we're not running out of laborers. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and build more housing. Let's build it right there. Build the road. Okay, perfect. Okay, our immigration office is up and running. They added a couple of upgrades to this from the previous iterations of the game. So they added Immigrant's Dream, plus 2 productivity for every 1% average of happiness above 75. That's really not bad. You know what, I might just get that. Cool. And we now have 25 people in our city. So we can do the sustainability book, consuming 40% less input. We can do frugality book, which decreases upkeep by 70%. Or the productivity book. I'm going to go productivity book, mainly because right now we don't have anything that's taking input. And then as far as upkeep goes, none of our buildings are driving too much upkeep right now. So I'd mainly want this to be able to generate more food, generate more wood to keep us kind of accelerating through the early game. I'm going to put it into our fruit gatherer. Just because as we continue to grow, food is going to be pretty tight. In addition to that, I'm going to go ahead and build our first farm with an 8x8 area. Oh, can't. Now, let me go up one more. Might cut into the forest, but that's okay. Okay, 8x8 area, by the way, is, I think, the maximum area and probably the most efficient. So we got the Statistics Bureau. By the way, in the beta version of the game, this built automatically. So let's see if that's the case here. Oh, Johnny died from cold. Yeah, our fuel reserves are terrible. Hold on, let me... Yep, there it goes. Okay, so let us take a look here. So Johnny died from the cold, meaning we're not having any wood come in. We're also just building a lot. So all that wood's going towards construction, which isn't ideal. These foresters are up, though. Storage is too far. Let's go ahead and just add another storage location right here. But I need to get another source of fuel. So the one thing that will be good, and let me get this overlay off. Okay. The one thing that will be good is the fact that coal acts as another source of fuel. And we do have 2 provinces right next to us with coal. And this one's pretty cheap. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go ahead, try and overcome this coal mine card. Yeah. Oh, we don't have the money. Dang. Oh, well. Well, I'm going to build out here, and we're going to go ahead and mine some coal from this mountain here. Hopefully. Now, there's probably going to be a lot of people who still maybe die of cold. But hopefully that starts to offset any of the lack of wood. Or I guess starts to offset the lack of wood that we have. So go ahead, plan on that. So the next card we pick up is going to be that coal mine. And we should have enough now. Yeah, if we can find it. Coal mine. Here we go. Cool. No, it's going to take up a lot of wood, but we also unlocked some new wood for our people to gather. So we'll go ahead, order that up, build a road over to it, and hopefully we'll be okay. Cool. And next we'll look at upgrading our town.